Yes, yes. Awesome. So in this spring tournament, there's the new mode with the randomized weapons. So we can have 7 different weapons. What do you think we're gonna get here?
I personally really like Kana Samaria.
That's a good one. I've not had that one myself yet. That'd be an interesting one to see. I've not seen anyone do this different text for it yet, so.
It's a little tricky at first, but once you know, it gives you a lot of room to play around. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess pushing the blocks would be definitely very good. Mm-hmm. Save on magic that way, damages enemies as well.
Unfortunately, it doesn't mean a whole lot in the beginning of the game. It doesn't. Oh, Berna.
Oh, Berna. Oh,
yeah.
Berna is one that you have to manage your magic quite well. Otherwise, you won't have enough magic to kill the rat at the end. But there are a couple pots in the sewers there that can give you enough magic to just sneak by it.
Right. But one of the worst parts about it is that, you know, along the way, you want to get at least one bomb. And farming with the cane of Berna is no fun.
Yeah, it's very, very taxing.
But we'll have to see what shows up for these runners here.
Yeah, you never know. There could always be a 3 bomb in a chest.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dream with this weapon, I feel. Because then it doesn't matter how much magic you have at the end. Just go.
Right, and we'll get to see immediately Khloe taking out the guard.
Wessidevandal right behind, but only a big 20 in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
As someone was pointing out in the chat, there's save and quit strats, or you can die as well. There are checkpoints that will revive you without setting you back too far, but it'll give you, I think it's a quarter or a third of your magic back, depending on where you're at.
Right, I believe it's a quarter, and there are 3 different spots that you can come back to. I forget exactly where they are, but...
there's the entrance of the castle, there's at Princess Zelda, and then there's the throne room as well.
Right, and it's very clear that these runners have practiced this, because they know what's up.
Both sitting at about equal magic, they're running through each enemy as fast as they can, and already down to the basement.
Yep. Then using pot strats here, which really that's kind of your only option.
Exactly, yeah. I would think unless you'd have hammer, bow, or fire rod, you would just use pots. It's so much easier, save on magic.
Right.
There's our small key as well for escape, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't want to leave that behind. I don't... I haven't seen that happen before, but...
I've never seen it before, but you never know. Yeah. Maybe one day someone will do it.
Oh, I feel bad for that person, but...
Yeah. We have the map yet to find, so we have 3 items coming. So maybe that bomb is going to come into play here. You see Khloe trying to find one.
Right.
Wessidevandal is going to save magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a number of places where there are pots. I like to throw bushes at the guards in the courtyard. Things like that you can do.
Yep. The green guard that chases you or whatever, I tend to throw grass at him just for the off chance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've had it happen before, and he's right there. You're basically set up to hit him.
Yeah, so. And Khloe farming again. Wessidevandal is going to do the same thing, attempt it.
Right. But yeah, they seem to not want to spend too much time on it. Totally understandable. Yeah.
I mean, you can always come back as well. So in standard mode, the mantle at the back is always going to be moved over. So you'll be able to go through, and you'll still have the cone of light in this as well for escape. So you can always come back and with a bomb later. It is kind of a long trek to do, but
yeah, it's no fun. And I believe
it might
that
be worth.
I believe the Cone of Light is new in version 29. I think there might have been some logic to have the lamp appear before.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, so.
Yeah, I've not run standard in any other version in a long time.
Right.
Both of them getting that big 20, and Khloe getting that magic refill in this room.
Right. There are 5 of those little potion refills in the sewers here.
Yep. There's another one in the room there now. Wessidevandal saying nope and just going for it.
Or rather, I think there are maybe 4 in here and then 1 like right before the sewers, technically. So yeah.
Ooh, both of them getting the rat kill. That's definitely good to see.
At the very last bit of magic for Khloe, which is a little harrowing.
barely getting it. So we'll see them come back here later.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only 2 items because... Oh, actually, maybe map is up here. We never know.
Right.
So
yeah,
there actually is 3 items still. I miscounted that myself.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have something nice.
Well, that's pretty good.
Bottle vendor, potential Zora in the future.
Hey, early money lets you buy bombs. That's really
very true.
That's the first thing that I'm concerned about in this situation where you have 0.
Yeah. So a normal route I see for a lot of runners is they head up north here to Lumberjack Cave just to see if Aghanim is a potential for them.
It's I don't know if the meta is all about that check, but I like to get it out of the way just to have the ease of mind.
Yep, exactly. Tree pull not having bombs, but the little creature here spitting them out. Khloe taking advantage of that knowledge.
Yeah, they're very handy.
I did not quite see what it was there on the ledge.
Oh, I didn't either.
I couldn't quite tell the design on the bottom, but both of them have that knowledge, and if they so happen to have to do it, we will know.
Looks like it might be a piece of heart.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
The chat seems to be agreeing, so...
Another heart piece in the forest, both of them dropping down the hole. More money.
Yeah, one of the concerns early on, especially in version 29, is your heart count, because version 29 can get you into that dark world really early.
Definitely. I've seen a lot of early items in this current version. So you see so many different route divergences early on, just based on what you get.
Right. So yeah, we'll get to see exactly what the seed has in store in Kakariko, I think.
Yep. Vandal going for that hope that there's a bomb in here, and Khloe right behind him. Just the big 20 so far. A red rang.
Yep. Oh, that's pretty good.
Moon Pearl. So Khloe having the bombs early, allowing them to get the slight lead here, not have to come back.
Right. Well, it's not that important, but at least it's out of the way.
Just the 20, but still good. Ooh. Trading 100 rupees for 300. That's a good deal.
It's one of the better ones that you can get out of this game.
Alright, I saw crystals at Hera and Eastern, and I think that was Green Pendant over on the desert.
Yeah, we got the flute too.
Yep, I am correct on that. Flute early.
Yeah, very
that
convenient.
Is always nice to see. And it's so good that they're also in Kakariko at the time, so they can just activate it whilst they're here.
Like, literally the only way it can get closer is in that bottle vendor, basically.
Yeah. They're right neck and neck here for their searches.
Oh, yeah.
They already have enough money for Zora check and everything, but no way of getting there yet, unless they do a fake flipper, of course.
Right. Well, fake flipper is one of those things. It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, it's not too difficult.
Yeah, and they have the moon pearl, so they can check out the waterfall fairy.
Yep, exactly. So it's a 3-item check plus having the knowledge of what's on Zora Ledge. So it could pay off in the end.
Right.
Oh, there's Glove. It's now in the logic to go up there. That is really nice.
Indeed.
I would still say fake flippering is by far better than to just walk up there, because otherwise you can't get all 3 items.
Right. Now, I don't know about you, but personally, I like to see those flippers kind of late.
It depends on what's required, really, for me.
Yeah, for sure, but there's nothing quite like, having a crystal at Swamp Palace and Ice Palace and being able to go mode both of those dungeons.
Yeah, definitely. Go mode for both of those is a very fast time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see Vandal going back and clearing out what he couldn't before.
Right.
And Khloe starting off at Sanctuary. Going for that escape, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's a good plan. That's 3 items, and it's right there, basically.
Yep. I think map is one of them, so there's 2 left. Because I didn't see map at all in escape.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I might be misremembering.
Yeah. Definitely a good route choice to just get it done with now, rather than wait.
In this particular mode, it's easy to forget if you don't do it right away.
Definitely. So yeah, so there's the map.
Mm-hmm.
And the blue ring.
Well, that was a little underwhelming.
Just a little bit. Alright. Vandal finishing off Kakariko. I would assume he's going to head out south to check the library as well as the race game.
That would make sense.
Khloe going right for that. Oh, he's going for the fake flipper right away.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
I assumed they were going to go for Mini Moldorm Cave, but they're going right into fake flipper.
Yeah,
I guess without a proper weapon, they don't have magic or anything, so it's understandable.
Yeah, with 3 bombs, it's a dicey proposition.
Vandal finding our first sword at Swamp.
Well, that'll give him the confidence to take out Moldorm Cave, I think.
Khloe having a little bit of troubles trying to swim around this whirlpool here.
The thing about this game is that all the weird, like, water and ice physics are just the worst.
Yeah, they're a little bit slippery.
Yeah, to say the least.
So Vandal gonna have that sword. He's probably gonna go check out Moldorm Cave himself now.
Yes.
And Chloe's sequence break there to get the waterfall items doesn't really pay off. We'll see what Zora has though, because he's heading up that way.
Meanwhile, we get the Moldorm Cave check here.
Yeah. Just a red rupee on Zora Ledge, so they don't have to come back at least, so that's good.
Yeah, I imagine we won't be getting that at all.
Yeah. Vandal finishing off Mini Moldorm Cave, and he's going to see what these 5 items have for us. Some bombs, a teeny tiny shield, a red rupee.
Oh!
Another sword! Oh my goodness.
Well, that's pretty good.
Big time.
That's pretty good, yeah. Getting those swords early makes a whole lot of difference.
Definitely. Just having the weapon to clear some other things. We'll see where both runners are fluting off to now. Khloe going into desert. Just some arrows up on the ledge.
It looks like Vandal is setting up the fake flippers glitch.
So it'll just be a repeat of what we find there, but it'll be off of their chest of what they've checked, so that's good.
Well, let's see what Agana has in store.
Agana is so out of the way for one item, but with Flute it makes it a lot easier to get to.
Very true.
Just a heart piece today.
Still, 6 hearts is better than 5, so...
Definitely. Vandal doing the same run around the Rosie with the Whirlpool. He will shortly find out that his sequence break doesn't necessarily get him all that much.
Okay, so Khloe looks like they're headed to Eastern? Or buying bombs. Buying bombs.
Probably buying bombs, I would assume.
And then maybe heading to Eastern afterward.
Yeah, just stocking up on those bombs. You got tons of money. Definitely a good buy there.
Because yeah, until we get that hammer or another lift upgrade, we're kind of really constrained in what we can do.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Chloe's gonna do the swamp check here to get her sword, and then gonna go to Mini Moldorm to get the master. So that's definitely good routing there before heading up to Eastern, I would say.
Right.
And his chat's pointing out, in before the hobo is required. That is a potential. They have checked pretty much all the water stuff now. And maybe hobo is going to have something good for us.
And Vandal throwing a bomb at King Zora.
That's not a good way to treat someone who just gave you 20 rupees.
Well, I don't think the bomb's going to stay lit underwater, so I think it'll be fine.
Very true, very true. Alright, Chloe going for the Mini Moldorm fight. Ooh, nice double there with the bomb. Very clean, very clean.
Yes.
Vandal gonna do that escape check now.
Alright, good to get that out of the way. Unfortunately, he will not find anything in there.
Yeah, just a blue banana for him. And we got Master up on Chloe's side now, so we're on an even playing field.
Right, so yeah, the question is where do we go now? And I'm kind of thinking Eastern's really all we got left.
Yeah, you've got the front end of Eastern that you can check, as well as the 3 items that are in behind Sahasrara. And then the only other place I can see a check happening is going up to Death Mountain to do the check on Spectacle.
Right, but that's that is in logic. We do have the flute, but there's only one item that's in logic.
Exactly.
But
so Eastern, I say, is definitely the play to make.
Yeah, for sure.
So Vandal is heading over here to see what is in Sahasrara's closet.
Right. So what do you think that next progression item is going to be? Are we going to see...
I'm thinking either the other glove or the hammer. That either of those will give us Dark World access.
Those are pretty safe bets.
Really opens up what we have available.
But if we get the lamp, then we might need to fight Aga.
Very true, very true.
Oh, and looks like we're going to get a hobo check.
A hobo check is definitely good. So that gets that out of the way right away here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we get a lamp early, then Aga might end up being the only way into the Dark World. So that'll be fun to see.
Yeah,
hobo given the blue mail.
No, that's not bad. I mean, it's not progression, but...
Yeah, definitely a little bit more in our defense category.
Sure.
Alright, Vandal going into Eastern to do the front end check. And Chloe going up onto Death Mountain.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have no problem at all in this dark room here.
This is one of the easiest dark rooms around.
Definitely. It's not too difficult to go through, so...
Yeah, and if you played the game casually a whole lot, you might have been doing this. Oh, we got boots over on Vandal's side.
That is a definite, like, good thing to find here.
Right. That it only opens up one item location, but still, it's nice to have.
Yeah, it could be a required thing, so you never know.
Old
Just
man,
a red rupee in the old man.
Yep, just the, life savings.
Got lost in a cave, so I had to give you his inheritance.
Oh, and there's a dead rock troll over on Khloe's side.
Uh-oh. Dead rocks are just a pain.
They're probably one of the best designed enemies in a video game ever.
What can get in your way faster and stay in the way?
And be invincible and move randomly. It's the perfect combination.
300 up on top of Spectacle Rock. And inside, is that the hammer?
I believe that's the hammer.
All right, so that is our Dark World access right there.
Indeed. So this is interesting. We got one runner with the boots and one with the hammer.
All right. Big chest, what are you going to contain for us today?
Do you need to know where the boss is? I don't think you really do.
No. All right, so we got hammer. We'll see if Chloe's going to go right to Dark World here or not. Be interesting to see. Looks like it, too.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to check out Hype Cave first.
Or as I like to call it, not so Hype Cave.
Well, in versions past, it was full of items.
Yeah. I've seen a couple seeds here that have had 3 progression items inside Hype Cave.
Oh, for sure.
I saw Pendant on TR and didn't catch the other ones.
Let me see if I can see this. Yeah, red pendant on TR. I think maybe the other pendant.
Pendant on Thieves Town as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Well, that's a Hype Cave if I've seen one.
I take back my words on Hype Cave.
So do you think Chloe's going to head to Pod at this point?
With all the items to complete Pod and Eastern, that's definitely a play to make.
Well, technically you'd need the lamp as well.
Very true.
But that doesn't stop most runners, so...
Right. I've seen a lot of players in this tournament just tackle dark rooms with ease.
Oh, yeah.
Heart container in one of the bonk rocks. We're gonna get our pyramid check here too.
Well, a bottle. Fairy in a bottle.
That gives access to the sick kids, so... As well as a fairy being just a useful thing to have.
Well, fairy can also ruin your plans if you're trying to death warp, so... I have mixed emotions on that.
Very, very true. It'll be interesting to see where our runners head off to next.
Yeah. Vandal needs to make that play for the hammer. I don't know when that will happen. Probably soon when things start drying up.
Yeah, looking at the options available, I think hammer is his only play left.
Yeah, you might be right.
You see Chloe going up into Pod. Full clearable other than lamp, but there could be a lamp inside the front of it. You never know.
Yeah, and without the fire rod, that can be tricky too, because the later dark rooms in here are not that friendly.
Yeah, exactly. But at least we have Bo, so we can't get locked out if we don't get a key in this first room. So
Right.
Ice Rod Cave, only having a 20. Vandal really needing to go up to Death Mountain right now. I would assume that's his next option.
And it looks like it is.
Definitely. Awesome. So that's good.
Opting not to save the old man right now, but that's fine. He didn't really have anything.
Yeah, he only had 20 bucks for us, so... Khloe going for right side, even with having the key. It's interesting. I guess you could save the key on the front entrance there, so...
I'm not sure what the best routing is for that. I've tried to think about it, and pod sometimes makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, I've always found going in the front door, even with Bo, is a smidgen faster, just so you can... It'll all join together eventually.
Right, and I believe these two chests that are coming up on the right side, blocked by the bow, can give you an idea of where the other keys in the dungeon might be. So
Right. Vandal getting his hammer, so we'll see where he winds up to next.
Looks like Vandal is going to check out Village of Outcasts.
Ooh, interesting. A little bit of route divergence right off the start.
Okay, what's in this chest here? And just another key. All right, that's 3 in
Palace. The Palace of Keys. All right. Vandal could make some big play here inside of Village of Outcasts, but we'll see.
Yeah, we need... There's still a bunch of items we need. You know, Fire Rod is something that we definitely would like to see.
Yep. I haven't seen an item yet inside of inside Podjet. There's Big Key, so that's good.
Yeah.
And Meyer and Pod are our 5-6. So having one of them right away is good.
Right, and we do have the flute, so we...
Yeah, just need the glove, as well as the proper medallion to enter, and then the cane. And the other one will be completable as well.
That's just, you know, 3 items. 3 progression items, no problem.
Alright, Khloe gonna head into the back end of Pod, see if we can get anything there.
Alright, and let's see what we have in the distillery. Just, bomb upgrade.
Looks like Chloe's not gonna bother doing the back end of Pod, just gonna go straight to the boss and get the crystal.
That's interesting.
They may not be totally comfortable with the dark rooms, so they figure they can always come back with the lamp later.
Right.
But they do have the dark rooms on the way to the boss.
Mm-hmm. The thing I worry about is maybe the lamp or fire rod or something is, you know, in
the single chest that's available in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be possible.
Or in the harmless hell. Well, that would be out of logic, I think, the harmless hellway.
I think the fire rod is potential for being in there, as well as in the dark rooms, but not the lamp.
Mm-hmm.
So far, nothing in Thieves Town that I've seen.
Oh, it looks like Khloe is heading back.
Yeah. Just opened it up and out they went. Oh, stuck by the blocks.
Okay, but Khloe didn't use the key, so that...
Very true.
At least helpful.
Oh, getting bumped around.
Oh, we have the hook shot now.
Oh,
Things just got interesting on Vandal's side.
that gives access to right side Death Mountain. So that's a good 8 items, as well as that's our Hera as well.
Right, and yeah, Vandal is piecing out of Thieves Town.
Yeah. Thieves Town is a pendant, so I don't blame him there.
Right. Now
Just a key.
the nightmare scenario is, of course, if there's something else in Thieves Town.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so we have
Interesting.
lift level 2 now on Khloe's side, and Vandal has the hookshot and boots. So things
We
just
got
really...
strength versus speed going on here.
Well, I mean, it's Sonic. It only makes sense, right?
You just gotta go fast. Red mail on Khloe's side. And we're getting our Death Mountain check here. Right into Paradox Cave.
Right, and Paradox Cave has 7 chests, and those chests have been paying off in a lot of seeds, so...
Yeah, definitely. Khloe
no.
going for the dark room. Kind of real close with those Dodongos.
Yeah, those enemies will do 1 full heart of damage no matter what armor you have, so...
Yeah. Got one of the items out of there. So
yeah,
that's good.
I don't know what it was. It didn't pop up.
No, I didn't see it.
And unfortunately... Oh, we have the fairy, though.
Fairy. Oh, I forgot the fairy was there. Alright, here's our Paradox chest.
Oh!
Silver arrows.
and
2
some
bomb upgrades. Heart container for the dark room for Khloe. And some magic powder.
Well,
That is the mad batter.
Yeah, that's true. That's not any solid progression.
Yeah. Khloe rocking that dark room. Definitely really good.
Mhm.
Alright, they're gonna save and quit here.
Right. The rest of that dungeon is not easy to do unless you have a lot of practice with it, because those turtles they just move around randomly.
Exactly.
And the
Just
hammers,
that turtle room is very difficult.
the hammer's hitbox with regard to those things is just out of control. So
Yeah,
totally
definitely.
understandable.
Now, I wonder if Devandal is going to do Spiral Cave first or right to Hera. Looks like just right to Hera.
Yeah, I totally understand that, because when you go to Spiral, you have to make the trek back up. And
Yeah, exactly. This way you can finish Hera and then head back the other way.
right, and the thing is, we can also do Spike Cave, so you kind of have to pick and choose.
Yeah, exactly. The sick kid only having 20 rupees.
Well, that's only 2 people's life savings we've taken so far. Can we make it? Who else could that be?
We could get the green pendant and take 20 rupees from Sahasrara.
Oh, that's true.
Looks like Khloe going into Skull Woods. Nice job done dodging those bumpers. Little beetles.
Oh yeah, those guys are kind of interesting. They just kind of bumble around.
Yeah. Vandal dipping out of Hera already.
Hmm.
Must not have found what he was looking for.
Might be that he doesn't have a fire source.
Could have been fire locked for sure.
Mhm.
So we'll get our Spiral Cave check here. It's definitely much easier to do Spiral Cave with the boots.
Oh, for sure. And then the hookshot as a backup.
Only for a heart piece.
Well, that's not what you want to see.
No. Khloe gonna be checking the last item location they can here for Skullwoods. Uh-oh. getting bumped around by those Gibdos.
At this point, I would probably take out one of the boomerangs.
Yeah, definitely.
Those Gibdos do not get stunned by the hook shot, but they do get stunned by the boomerangs.
Yep. Just a blue rupee for the efforts.
Disappointing.
And now Vandal going for that hype cave.
Well, I think he'll be pleased with what he finds.
I would assume he would run right to Potter Eastern with the knowledge from this.
Yeah, I can't imagine not doing that after being handed to it basically on a platter.
Yeah. It's just that lamp missing. If they found lamp, it would make everything so much easier. They could clear out a couple dungeons really quick.
Yeah.
Ooh, I forgot. We also have Meyer access on Khloe's end.
We do, and we don't have the Cane of Samaria. So
yeah.
So the question is, do you make that jump into Meyer?
Yeah. Well, we don't know the medallion, but we can at least check the shed out back.
Yeah, I'd be very tempted to do that. I imagine our runners might do that.
Yeah, I would assume they would wait.
Yeah.
I would assume they'd wait until they'd find mirror.
Right.
The check to checkerboard cave would be easily routed into the shed check.
Right.
Vandal's gonna go over and do us a digging game. $50 rupees in the Sea House. And then Khloe's probably going to do the dip into Thieves. Or probably going to go do digging game as well.
Yeah, they might do the digging game and, follow it up with taking maybe the frog on a tour.
Yep. The world tour, as they call it. Just a single arrow inside digging game, though, so...
And, I'm just thinking, we haven't seen catfish yet, have we?
No catfish yet. So we'll see when they decide to route that in. But having no reason to go back up north there for Zor or anything else like that, it's quite a long trek to go for one item.
Yeah, there's virtually no reason why you'd want to go up there unless maybe you're routing in, like, if you have the mirror and you do the Graveyard Cliff.
Yeah, looks like we're getting the Frog World Tour after all.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also going to get a powder check here on the bat. See what the Mad Batter has for us today. Stumpy is also giving us life savings.
Only 5 rupees.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not what you wanted to see anyway, so...
No, not at all.
So there's been a lot of money in this seed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gonna go turn in the Frogman, the Frogsmith right away. And the Mad Batter also giving away money. Everyone just wants to hand you money in this seed, I feel.
Right.
Alright, let's see what the Dwarven Breadsmiths have for us today. Heart container.
Well, we haven't seen a tremendous amount of those.
No. Well, I guess I can touch on the heart color as well.
Oh yeah, we got yellow on the left and red on the right, and this is a new option that was added in for V29, was it?
Yeah, it was in V29, and it was mainly for the people that have like color distortion or color blindness, so they can see their hearts easier.
Right. Evidently, the red and black is difficult to tell for some people. And,
Right.
Oh, we got half magic over.
Half magic and lamp in the mire shed. That is some progression.
Yeah. So now maybe do you think Khloe will go back to pod there?
I would assume so. That seems like a good call to make. Gonna go into the dark world here, though, it looks like.
Yeah, but without the mirror, they won't be able to go into Eastern. So maybe they'll do Eastern first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the medallion for Mire, but chat says Quake. So that is definitely something to look out for. Vandal gonna go up and do the catfish check, so maybe that'll have some progression for us as well. Khloe gonna do the back end of Sahashila's hut and hope for something good there. But just some more money and a little bit of love.
Yep. Let's see what Catfish has. Just some bombs. Well,
just some explosives. It's not money.
That's true.
The problem with routing all the way over here is your option is save and quit or run all the way back because they don't have mirror to quickly flute away.
Yeah, definitely the lack of mirror is making things more difficult on these runners.
Definitely. Khloe about to go find the boots though, so that'll help speed them up a little bit.
Yes.
And with this dungeon now being fully completable, within the logic as well, it's definitely a good play to make to get one of those crystals done.
Right. Now, did the Armos Knights have an item left on them?
I didn't count them last time, so that's one of the 3.
Yes.
And Vandal going up to do pod. Or at least start it.
Yeah, he'll need to make that jump on over to get the lamp.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a quest because the Titan's Mitt was in pod, and then you have to use that to get the lamp to come back.
Yeah, but they might just plow right on through the dark rooms too.
Yeah,
so
you never know. A lot of people surprise me with how well they know the dark rooms. Like they just zip right through them, like with ease.
Oh yeah.
Right, he's not even gonna go check the item on the left, which is just a key. He's just gonna go and dive in the right-hand side.
Interesting.
Yeah, still just one item for Khloe so far in Eastern, which was the boots.
Yeah, Eastern has 6 chests in it, and 3 of them are items, so it's a little weird. Chances are, you know, Armos is gonna have one.
Definitely. This will be an item back here, and then Armos is gonna have another one.
Yep, that's the fun thing about Eastern. You know, it's you know, you can go in there very early in the run. So.
Yep, exactly. There's always the front hand check, and depending on what you find, will determine whether you can continue or not.
Right. So basically, when I go in there, I'm assuming I'm gonna have to double dip. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
But in this case, Khloe will not have to.
Yep, waiting out on the Eastern check allows them to just clear it all in one shot.
But on the other hand, they didn't have the boots until now, so...
Exactly. They had to walk a little bit slower going around. They also don't have silvers yet, so they haven't gone up to do Death Mountain check or anything.
Yeah, it's hard to be hard to convince yourself to go back to a place where you already have done a check and gotten that hammer so early.
Yeah, exactly. The pot getting in the way a little bit from that Igor. Had a shield of its own.
Yep.
Alright, and now we're gonna go see our first boss of the seed.
Oh wow, that's the first boss we've seen so far, and it's 45 minutes in. That's pretty unusual.
The item progression has been rather slow this time around.
Well,
so unless they sequence broke, it was a little harder to get them.
Yeah, it's been spread out, and you know, the two runners have been heading in different directions, and
yeah,
now it's they're starting to coalesce upon the same stuff.
Yeah, they're all coming in to what each other have done.
And
But Khloe getting that first crystal, the seed, but only getting a 20 rupee from the boss.
yeah, and Vandal taking a fall, but again, the fairy saving him.
Yeah, it looks like Chloe's going to do pod right away. Just having all the items to do it, it's might as well get it done and over with.
Right.
And they're in go mode for the dungeon too, since they've already completed all the dark rooms, so...
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a plus. So we'll have a second crystal right away.
Yeah, so where do you think we'll head next?
With the items on hand, I would assume a full Hera clear is doable, since we have Lamp on Chloe's side, so...
Right.
I think Vandal really needs to go get the glove that's here, like the Titan's Mitt, and then just head off to Meyer Shed.
Right.
There's still a few other locations that he could check, but Meyer Shed gives him the progression to finish a bunch of things, as well as to do Hera, so...
Oh, he could also head back to the Death Mountain, but
yeah.
he has just been there kind of recently, so probably is going to be disinclined.
Yeah, that's probably going to be off in the back of his mind a bit.
Yeah.
King's Tome is available to us as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could get a Dark Death Mountain check as well, which would be really good. Hopefully Chloe goes into Thieves Town at some point soon and gets that hookshot.
Yeah, that's gonna be necessary. We have Swamp Palace as a required dungeon.
Yeah. Sick Kid on Vandal's side now. Vandal looking like he's going to either go up to Skull Woods or to complete Thieves Town. Oh, going down.
Yep.
Alright, Helmasaur King. 17 smashes with the hammer to the face, and then you can do damage to him.
Or 4 bombs. You can use bombs too. It's
Bombs
not
are
pretty.
not. I would assume it's a much harder strat to use with him moving around, but... There, easy peasy.
Yep. That,
Vandal actually going to go on a frog adventure of his own.
I thought that might be what he's up to.
And that's 2 crystals on Chloe's side.
Yeah, we'll have to see where Chloe goes, because there are a number of places, and I don't know if any of them are really very enticing.
Yeah.
I imagine King's Tomb might be coming up here.
Yeah, I would assume King's Tome just by the save and quit location.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd also like to see them do Death Mountain.
Yeah, they really need to do that.
Although they only have powder and silvers they can obtain up there at the moment, unless they go to Thieves Town first.
Right. Which is another dicey proposition.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know about you, but that and going to Mire is kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna see the Bonk Rock on Khloe's side, and Vandal heading right back into the Dark World at Kakariko. $11 hearts now on Khloe's side.
Yeah, 11 hearts and red mail. I think we're really good to go at this point.
Yeah. Looks like Khloe's gonna do some Dark World stuff here as well.
Alright, and yeah, we're getting a hammer, the peg cave check.
Always fun to see hammer dashes. It's really, really entertaining. Smack down all the pegs all at once.
Oh, yes. Well, just a fire shield.
A little bit more protection.
Opted to take it, you know, those fireballs are annoying.
Yeah, and if somehow we have to do a laser bridge, it helps out quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Khloe has gone into Thieves Town and will be probably really happy they did.
Oh, definitely. Getting that hook shot is going to save a lot in their routing, because they can do all of Death Mountain at the same time now.
Right. There's nothing quite as disheartening as finding the hookshot really late.
Yeah, hookshot late is almost like the I wish I could hover right now.
Yeah, basically. It's so rare, but when it does happen, it stings.
Yeah, I've seen a couple where it's like tile room hookshot in GT, and it's like, those are not fun seeds.
Yeah, I guess that can be a thing.
Yeah, Khloe heading right out of there, getting the first 4 chests.
Can't blame them.
And right up onto Death Mountain. We're gonna get both right-hand sides for Death Mountain checked all at the same time.
Yep.
So they'll find some nice silver arrows as well as powder. And Vandal gonna do Agina.
And we'll be getting a few new checks in the Dark Death Mountain as well.
Yeah, exactly. And because we have Hookshot, we can do all of Hookshot Cave at the same time.
And then we'll
as
get to
well
see,
as TR.
Yeah, we'll see what TR is, and I'm betting that these runners are gonna hope that it's Ether, and that Ether is
Locked away.
Locked
Yeah.
way away, yes.
Yeah, Ether would be not a good thing to see early, because then you don't know if TR is going to be a risky play to find a go mode item. I mean, I personally would not like to see a TR at all.
Right,
But
how often does that happen?
very slim. It's generally a laser bridge.
Yeah, there's chances are there's mirror or something in there, and it's
Yeah. Half magic and lamp for Vandal, and powder and silvers for Khloe. So we are rocking pretty similar items now.
yep, yeah, we're closing in.
Just a couple dungeons apart.
So is Vandal going to clear out? Okay, no.
Interesting to see where he runs off to next.
Did they check King's Tomb? Maybe.
Oh,
he's fluting away.
He's fluting. Okay. I was gonna say I don't remember him checking Kingstone. He might have though.
Okay, it looks like
Gonna go rescue the old man with the lamp.
right. I imagine heading on over to Dark Death Mountain.
Yes, definitely a good show from him too. Chloe's gonna go over to Hera now. Vandal rescuing old man to find $20.
So, where on Earth is this fire rod? Where on Earth is this cane of Samaria?
Oh, definitely. Those are two items we would really like to see.
Very much so. And flippers as well, but
Yeah.
the earlier we find flippers, the less happy I think the runners will be.
Right, right. So it turns out that Hera was fire locked, so that's why Vandal left earlier. So that is unlucky to have to go into the basement, because no one really wants to see that, but it happens.
Oh, looks like Vandal's checking Spike Cave?
Oh, I think he forgot he didn't have Mirror for a second, so he's going to reroute and go into Spike Cave.
Yeah, it's easy to assume you have the mirror, because almost always you would by now.
I've seen a lot of early mirrors in this logic so far. Alright, Chloe doing it the old-fashioned way for the tile room. Oh, that was close. They almost got stuck in the soft lock location, which would not be good.
No, you don't want to do that.
Especially without mirror. If you don't have mirror, that's a save and quit instantly.
Yeah, with it's gonna take a while to get back if you have to do that. So
yeah,
I was gonna say if you didn't have the mirror, but then that was exactly what the situation possible. So yeah,
right, exactly. Vandal gonna head up onto Dark Death Mountain, I would assume.
Yeah.
Chloe getting that big key from the basement to head up the tower. Now it'll be interesting to see if Vandal does Hera first, or does Dark Death Mountain first, just due to already going up there once before.
I imagine you would want to do Hera first in case the mirror is not here.
Right. That definitely seems a lot more logical, just so you wouldn't have to save and quit and do it all over again.
Now, it's possible that maybe Super Bunny Cave or something has the mirror and,
Actually, that's very true. It could.
Yeah, but that's a pretty risky maneuver, if I'd have to say so.
Yeah.
Well, we got
Quake, so we have access to Mire now, so we can potentially get the 2 items out of there.
Yeah, but we still don't have that Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, not completable yet, so it's doubtful we'd see any sort of dive to that location yet.
Right. There's only 2 items in Mire. It's mostly just keys and nonsense.
Yep, exactly. Alright, boss number 3, Trolldorm. Oh, getting bumped around a little bit.
Careful.
Oh, takes a fall.
Yeah, that stinks. Now, you can hold your sword out, charging a spin, and that will afford you some protection.
Definitely.
So that's something I like to do.
It'll allow you to stay on the edge a little bit longer.
Right.
As well as the spin slash will do a smidge more damage on the tail. Just like that. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Just some bombs. So we got Quake and bombs from Tower of Hera.
Well, all in all, it's not great, but at least we can unlock something.
Yeah, it's another progression item.
But now we just need to see what Turtle Rock has in store for us, I think.
Yeah, and hope the medallion is Ether.
Yes. A question, do you jump into Turtle Rock if it does happen to be Bombos or Quake?
Well, if they had Kane...
Oh, yeah.
It would depend on what items they have left.
Right,
to
they
find.
have no Kane, so that's not going to happen.
I would assume that for most players, they would avoid TR until they absolutely had to go there. But you never know. Like, some people could just do it just cuz.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I had the Cane of Samaria, but no Fire Rod, I might just go in there and check that one chest.
Yeah.
That
I've
one
seen
chest.
that a few times.
That one chest has had so many things. It might just be observer bias, but
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna get our Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave done right away here.
and Vandal.
Vandal gonna go get the hookshot.
Or Quake, you mean?
Oh, quick. Yeah. Both of them having hookshot equipped, one going to hookshot cave. Jumbling up the words.
It happens. It happens.
Alright, what does Super Bunny Cave have in store for us?
Well, how about that?
Speaking of Kane, eh?
Speak of the devil.
If that is Bombos or Quake, they have access to that one chest.
I would go. It's not that long a check. I mean, you do have to wait for the cutscene,
Yeah.
but
It's
that's
Bombos.
Bombos.
Oh,
Yeah.
joy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're gonna get ourselves a hookshot check.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of love.
A little bit of cash.
That is not a hookshot cave you'd like to see.
No, I was gonna say if that last one were bombs, it'd be all the suits of the cards.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't have mirror, so they can't do that early TR dip to get the one item.
Right. In that case, I always like to try to enter on top of Turtle Rock when I don't have the mirror, just in case.
Khloe doing the dip into Mire now, because that's fully completable. We have Kane, so...
This is a good play.
Vandal getting their first dungeon done, getting Hera completed, and they're going to head over to the Eastern Pod combo.
No, they're going into Pod first.
Yep. I think that's a good play, just due to they'll get blue mail here. It'll help just a little bit with their defenses, so...
Right. But they will have to come back for Eastern.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not a whole lot of time, especially when you have the boots, but...
Yeah. Not having mirror sucks, but not having boots is a little worse, I feel.
Yeah. At least with the boots, you have the instant gratification of dashing all everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so this is the second pod dive for Vandal. Gonna see exactly what route they're gonna take through it this time. Ooh, big key right away for Khloe.
Well, that's nice to see if you don't need any other items.
Definitely, that is the prime location for go mode. But unfortunately, we need a couple things from here.
Yeah, we really need that fire rod. We really need the flippers, the mirror.
Yeah, all of which would be exciting to see.
All of which could be in Turtle Rock.
Ooh. Think of that. Fire Rod, first chest of Turtle Rock. To give access to the rest of it? Oh, that would not be fun to see.
No. Or a key in that first chest.
Ooh.
And then Fire Rod.
I guess, yeah, because having a key in the first chest would allow you to go a smidge deeper to find the items to clear the first half.
Well, I'd like to apologize to both our runners in advance. Okay, we got the fire rod at least, so that's out of the...
That's out of the question. Out of the question.
Well, I'd like to continue to apologize for our runners, just in case of any curse that
may have been placed upon them by us
so
talking about TR.
If you're watching the VOD, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so it was just an arrow upgrade in that top chest of the dark room. That's what we couldn't see before. So that's not too bad. And a heart container. Ooh,
Oh.
flippers in the big chest of Meyer.
Meyer has the goods.
Fire rod and flippers.
That's... How often can you say that Meyer has 2 progression items?
I've actually seen fire rod there in the last few seeds, which is weird, but amazing at the same time. So they're gonna instantly go to the boss. They got the 2 items.
Yeah,
they
there's
can
no
move
reason.
on.
No reason to stick around. They got the big key.
Yeah. They actually... They just need mirror for go mode.
Yep,
actually.
That is all we require.
That is actually crazy. Went from no dungeons at 45 minutes into near go mode at hour 5. That's actually really crazy.
Yeah, it's just a couple of those key items. Fire rod in particular.
Now I would assume a Skull Woods check would come after this. It's either Skull Woods or Ice Palace, but it's like, which would you rather dive into first, right?
I would finish up Skull Woods first, almost 100% of the time.
Yeah. Like, even if you had no items there,
yeah, basically.
It's still just instant crystal, good to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how many items we found in...
I think we found 1.
Okay.
So there's still 1 more on the backside.
Right.
Clean Vitreous fight.
Silvers makes Vitreous kind of a joke, and that's good, because having to fight Vitreous under the worst of circumstances is actually awful.
Oh, definitely. Just Bow is pretty alright. Takes a lot of shots to kill, but Silvers is just the nice shoot it with arrows a couple times and you're good to go. But
yeah, at least it's better than having to sit there with your fighter sword and just swing and swing and swing.
Oh, exactly. That would not be enjoyable at all.
Especially if you don't have a lot of bombs. But
yeah. Does fighter sword even affect the eyes, or is it just spin slashes?
I think regular slashes does, but it's just awful.
Okay, so it looks like Chloe's just going to go straight into that Ice Palace dive. More chances of items being here, so that's a plus. Plus, it is full clearable too, so...
Yeah. It's also full clearable in a very convenient way, because we have the hookshot and Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, definitely. So even if a bomb jump isn't done, it's still a super easy way of getting into the boss.
Right.
See if the ice dive pays off. 3 items compared to the 1 in Skull, so...
I mean, it's got numbers on its side, but I don't know if I'd say it's convenient.
Yeah. There's 1 of them.
Well, did you want 10 more bomb capacity?
I don't think they necessarily need the bombs at this point in the game.
Yeah, right now, like, how many do you need? Like, a couple? A handful?
Yeah. Vandal having a clean fight at Helmassar King, getting another crystal in their name.
Right, and that makes 2.
Now, do they go and just finish Eastern now? Or do they make a play and go elsewhere?
That's a good question. I guess we'll get to see what's on his mind.
Going to Sanctuary. Probably just for the full heal. See where they end up going. Most likely Flute out of here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, sure.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, Chloe opting for the Ice Palace bomb jump.
See if they can line up their pixel. And
yeah,
a lot of people base it on their shadow or in their skin, or a couple just base it off the sword location.
Yeah, it can be a little difficult to pull off.
Close. Very close. Alright, going into Eastern for Vandal. Can easily clear it up. There it is. There's the bomb jump. Almost fell off again, but
Yeah, don't do that.
managed to do it. It is never fun to achieve the bomb jump, feel amazing, and then instantly fall in a hole and have to do it all over again.
Oh, yes. Oh, almost taking out all the pen gators there.
One barely sneaking away.
It's such a fun little trick to do.
Yeah. There's some people that use the bomb strat where they lay two, and there's some that just do a nice good spin slash.
Yeah, if I have the tempered sword, I'm going for the slash 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
But bombs is pretty fun too. We got the big key of Ice Palace there.
Yeah. I enjoy getting the big key before the big chest. That way you don't have to come back here afterwards.
Yeah, no one likes to have to climb back up to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get to see what was in the big chest.
I'll see next time they pause if anything's different, but Vandal making good work of Eastern, getting right near Armos. One Igor there, and two more in the next room, and then right onto the boss.
And Khloe just waltzing right through the fire bar room there.
Very nice.
Heading back up.
Yeah, it's very true, chat pointing out that if it was the mirror, they would just, like, right to the boss, because they don't need anything else.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's really the only thing we care about, so...
Yeah. Armos dropping that big 20 and another crystal. The gap is slowly but surely getting a little bit closer.
Yep.
Ooh, big chest chat is saying is the fire shield.
Okay, so that's the three shields.
3 shield locations there. Looks like Vandal's gonna head up to Death Mountain again. Not sure what they're gonna check.
Are they...
They might be just doing the medallion check.
Yeah,
But-
they don't have the Cane of Samaria. So
Yeah.
they need to pick up that, and then they get to decide whether they want to do Turtle Rock or Mire or something.
Right. And Khloe getting the third item, which is the cape out of Ice Palace, so they're gonna head off to Cold Stare.
The cape is nice, but it's not what we want.
No, not at all. Mirror would be really nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly what they're hoping for soon.
hmm
I mean, they have another chance in Skull Woods before they have to go searching.
Right. But
Firebar knocking him into the button.
Oh, yeah. The ice physics in this game, you know, I mentioned the water physics. The ice physics are not a whole lot better.
No, not really. I don't know, what would you prefer? Oh, there's the cane for Vandal.
I think I would... That's... I mean, I played the festive randomizer when everything was ice.
Everything ice, yeah.
That was interesting. But I think water might actually be worse.
Alright, here we go. Cold Stare fight. Opting for that Bombo start, too.
Yep.
Vandal gonna be checking out the Hookshot Cave here, but not gonna find anything.
Very close to getting that perfect cold stare.
Very close. There it is. Yet another crystal into Khloe's clutches.
See, that would be 5. We just got Skull
Ice
Woods.
Palace and
Oh yeah, we just have
yeah, just Ice Palace completed there. Skull Woods and Swamp, sorry.
yeah. And the nice thing, Swamp is gonna have to be go moded.
It is a go mode dungeon, exactly.
So no one's
Get the keys required and just go. You don't have to check anything. You just go for it.
well, the only key that's required is the one that's guaranteed in that first chest. So
Yeah.
basically, just
There's 2 more after that, actually, or 3 more after that. They're just in the skull locations. It's just on the way, so there's no really going out of the way to get anything.
no,
so.
no. Yeah, I was referring specifically to item locations.
Right, yeah, in the chest or whatever.
The pots are automatic to me as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, exactly.
Up
Vandal
until
doing the Meyer check.
I guess up until the moment you play Randomizer and the pots are randomized.
Yeah.
Then things are a little fun, but that's neither here nor there.
Khloe checking Mad Batter, but only getting the 50 rupees. For those tuning in right now, we are in need of the mirror for Go Mode on Chloe's side, and the items that Vandal's about to get here inside of Meyer will then put them on equal playing field for item-wise.
Yep.
So depending on how long mirror takes to find, like this could be a TR dive.
Now just where could that mirror be?
I mean, for the sake of the runners, I'm hoping it's the last item here inside of Skull Woods.
Right. But we do have Turtle Rock kind of looming.
Yeah, looming in the background there. The place that no one really wants to look at.
Mm-hmm.
But running out of item locations to do.
Well, to be fair, having the mirror as a go mode item, there are a lot of overworld checks that use it. So
yeah, exactly.
So that's gonna save a bit of time.
We also have access to the Pyramid Fairy with the 5 and 6 crystals, so that is also another potential check.
Yeah, that's something that I imagine you would do before heading on into Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
And Vandal is in a little bit of trouble and takes a death, unfortunately.
Ooh. Now, I think the ultimate troll for these runners would be the mirror being on the pedestal. Because the dungeons are completable, but that would require finding the ice rod and the book.
Yes, it would. But Turtle Rock does have a lot of items in it.
It does, yes. Quick fight on Mothula.
Oh yeah, Mothula does
And
not like the Tempered Sword at all.
No. Definitely a very fast fight.
It's just 4 hits with the Tempered Sword or Hammer, or Golden Sword.
Yeah. Gonna go back in there and check the last item here. And Vandal gonna go over, get himself a fairy. If he's got the big key, he's gonna go grab his flippers right away.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have the big key on Chloe's side.
Oh.
So that's a little... have to walk it back. Go pick that up, probably.
Vandal still needing to find his fire rod, I think. Because I think he just got the big key and went straight for the chest.
Right.
Oh, going back to the right. I think they might be just going for the boss to hope it's there instead of checking everything else.
Well, I sure hope he decides to come back after the game.
Yeah. That fire rod is definitely very important to grab.
Yeah.
Khloe coming down the backside of the big check's location instead of doing a bomb jump.
Yeah, that bomb jump is not too easy.
Yeah, just the heart piece for the troubles. Unlucky.
Yeah, that's...
So where can we narrow down the mirror location then?
Well, it's not in Desert Palace, because we can't get into
Can't
Desert
access,
Palace.
yeah.
It's not in Swamp Palace, because obviously.
Right, so it could be in Bumper Cave, because we've not had a Bumper Cave check yet.
Okay. And that's just money.
Rupees.
So you think maybe Thieves Town is what Chloe's gonna do?
Yeah, it could be at the back end of Thieves, or Fat Fairy is another good check to do right after Thieves. Vandal's gonna head up and do Vitreous right away here.
Okay, Chloe's gonna check the hammer pegs, I believe.
Yep, definitely good to get that out of the way too. But not much in there.
Yeah, I think if they want the mirror shield, they can have it, but
Yeah.
not too many runners are super psyched to see that.
They're gonna take it, it looks like.
Well, you know, it makes the mimics easier to deal with.
Definitely. The Mimics as well as Laser Bridge, if they have to potentially go there. They're gonna take the purple chest on a save and quit adventure.
Have we seen that one yet?
I have not seen the purple chest yet, so this is potential. Vitreous down on Vandal side. Now we're getting closer and closer to that even playing field here.
Yeah.
Just one dungeon separates them.
Yeah, I wonder where Vandal.
Oh, two dungeons, sorry.
Oh yes. Well, you know, Skullwoods is not the biggest
Yeah, very
dungeon.
very short dungeon there.
Right.
Just the heart piece.
So Vandal's gonna flute. And will they go to Ice Palace?
We'll see.
Well,
No, they're gonna buy potion, I would assume. Yep. That makes me believe that they're gonna go try ice. Just because ice is a little more trickier to manage.
Yeah, ice is... Well, you know, it's a bit of an experience.
Yeah, looks like that's the case. They're gonna go right for it.
Unless you have, like, really good execution, it can be kind of a pain sometimes.
Yeah, and we're gonna get a Pyramid Fairy check here on Chloe's side. Only 2 items, but could be quite a few different things.
Yeah.
Oh, Vandal not getting that fire rod makes him have
right.
to use Bombos and ice.
Well, that's not gonna hinder him in Ice Palace, at least.
Yeah, but he'll have to go back to Meyer to get that fire rod soon.
Yeah, that is 100% required. So I suppose they will not be checking Skullwoods until that is taken care
Yeah,
of.
definitely. Now, if we see an ice rod here in Fat Fairy, would that make you want to go up to TR even more, just to get it out of the way?
My heart stopped a little bit when you said that. Actually, I was.
Yeah, nothing good in there on this time around, but
nothing good, but nothing disastrous.
exactly. But you gotta be thinking in the minds of these runners, like, where can that mirror potentially be?
Yeah.
I think Chloe's gonna go up and do the catfish check because they never did that earlier.
Right, but that wasn't anything to speak of.
Exactly.
Just 3 bombs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Vandal doing the Ice Palace dive. We'll get a cape here. Not an incredibly useful thing to have, but
Well,
it can help to cheese the Ganon fight at the end for sure.
Yeah, that's not nothing. So
Only 3 bombs. What's funny with Catfish, if you were to check Catfish a second time, he will throw a bomb at you.
yeah. Now that you mention that, I vaguely remember this from playing the game casually.
So it's kind of funny that we're getting 3 bombs this time around, and if you were to check it again, he just chucks another one.
Well, the lit versus unlit makes a difference, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. But how does a catfish light a bomb underwater?
Listen, I'm not the arbiter of all details, okay? It's not...
Right. Vandal trying out some bomb jumps here. And Khloe gonna go up to TR, it looks like.
Yeah, the fabled TR check.
That's not going to be exciting.
No. But it might just be what they need, so...
Yeah, exactly. A lot of items to be had in there.
Well, it looks like Vandal's having a little bit of difficulty with that bomb jump.
Might not be used to the strat and just trying it out for hopes that he can get it to work.
Right. No,
Well, close that time. I think that one was like a pixel off if you went down 1 more pixel.
Right.
But it's very hard to move, like, minimal amounts in this game.
Yeah, because the movement is such that sometimes you move 2 pixels, sometimes you move 1 pixel.
Yeah.
When you're dashing,
could...
it's 4.
Oh, that one looks good. There we go. Nice work. Alright, we're getting our TR dive.
Oh, looks like they forgot to switch to the hook shot and drop the bomb.
Alright. Anyone have any guesses on if we're gonna actually get progression here?
Oh boy, I kind of hope so, because, well, Butter's sword is
There's
not
Butter.
But
not progression, but definitely good. And what's funny is they could have come up here and done this a while ago to get that first chest.
Right. Well, in all honesty, the Butter Sword does not save that much time.
Right, right.
It's just a kind of convenient thing.
Yeah, exactly. And now with Fire Rod, this is doable, so they can progress even further in the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Using that quick method to get out of the room faster. And Vandal still working his way through ice. Early big key.
You kind of want to see items and not, like, things that
exactly.
The dungeon, because
it'll allow you to know if you have to continue on here or not earlier. Only finding 1 item so far. Vandal just gonna go kill the boss for ice. A little low on health though, so I don't think he's got a second potion on him.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Chain chomp room giving Khloe a little bit of troubles. Gets through it with ease, I guess. Yeah, if Mirror isn't here in TR, then the only other possible option that I can see it being is further on in Thieves Town.
Right. And honestly, I might have been tempted to go finish up Thieves Town before doing this. But
yeah, I would do the same myself, but it's hard to judge based on items, right?
It's kind of a roll of the die, honestly, because Turtle Rock has 5 items, and normally Mimic Cave, but we can't go there.
Vandal actually taking a death there on Cold Stare. That is not what you want to see.
Yeah,
very hard boss as it is. Spike Cave has not been checked yet, actually. So that is also something they could do.
I thought Vandal checked Spike Cave earlier.
Did he?
I thought so.
Oh, he did. Yes, I remember him going down into it. Yeah, so that's out of the question now too.
Yeah.
Pengator's giving him a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, they're mean enemies.
Yeah.
And in the vanilla game, you're supposed to fight them with green mail. So.
That is very true, because you get blue mail from this dungeon.
Yep.
They just slide everywhere in the way.
And this dungeon is why I like the hookshot so much, personally.
Yeah. We can't actually check Mimic Cave. I just remembered that.
Yeah, out of habit, I imagine.
Yeah. Just a map in the big chest, so we're getting a...
Yeah, gonna have... Unless it's in the crystal room.
Unless it's in this one here. Yeah. I'm hoping it's here and they don't have to go all the way down. Oh, just the red rupee.
Oh boy.
Vandal making his way back down to Cold Stare.
Yeah, it appears to be having a little bit of difficulty with this dungeon.
Yeah.
It's not an easy one. And this room is just a pain.
Yeah, the sliding floor makes this... Oh,
Yeah.
ouch. Taking another death there.
I think at this point it might be a wise idea to go back and maybe get another potion.
Yeah, that looks like what he's gonna do.
Yeah, collect your thoughts, pick up your pride, and give it another go.
Yeah. There's the small key. The compass. Oh, it's getting close. Where's the mirror?
Oh no! Oh no!
And they don't have book either, so they would never have known if it were to be on pedestal.
No.
There it is!
There it is!
There's the mirror! That's go mode!
Of course it has to be the last chest on Laser Bridge, right?
Oh, worst possible place, I feel.
Well, I mean, we could have found book, but let's not...
That's very true.
Yeah, let's not...
It could have been book into, like, ether or Bombos tablet to get the mushroom, to turn that in, to get shovel.
Yeah.
That could have been a wild ride. Vandal getting red mail, turning into supersonic.
Yeah, well, that'll certainly help the situation going back into Ice Palace.
Yeah, Khloe gonna head down into Swamp, and go mode Swamp, definitely very fast.
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of runners don't like Swamp Palace. I'm not one of those people. I actually like playing the game casually.
Yeah, it's one of my more likable ones.
It was my favorite dungeon casually, and though that might have shifted a little bit, I still can't harbor that much of a grudge against it.
Yeah. Back when I was younger, I always liked Desert, just due to how fast it was to get through it.
Well, yeah, that is very nice.
But we're gonna get a go mode Swamp here, so won't have to check anything other than this first chest here. Vandal gonna go check the Pyramid Fairy as well, but not gonna find anything up there.
I wonder if Khloe will pick up anything along the way in the... I imagine there's no reason to do that whatsoever.
Yeah,
We got...
with Riot Shield, Butter Sword, and Red Mail,
and half magic. We got
half
the
magic,
cape.
silvers. Like there really is no reason to check anything other than more health,
Mhm.
or potentially like a bottle for safekeeping. But other than that, there isn't anything that they need to do.
Mhm.
Vandal checking the Pyramid Fairy, but only to find some money and some
Yep.
arrows.
Oh, and a free bottle refill. Let's see what
Oh,
we got.
that's true. I always forget that's a thing, that you can toss your empty bottles in.
That's
Ah,
red
nice.
potion.
Free red potion. Khloe doing the go mode. Heading right back to the back end of Swamp.
Yeah, Vandal really needs to go back into Mire, and I don't know that that is going to be a really...
Yeah, it might not be on the top of their head. Yeah.
No.
But they don't really have much else left to check. Oh, we're gonna get a Kingstone check here. And that holds just a heart piece. But they did get a full life refill because it was their 4th one. Alright. Khloe powering through this swamp.
Right. Yeah, there's no reason to stop for anything. The boss here, Argus, is going to be a piece of cake.
Yep, definitely. Butter makes this, even tempered, makes this really fast.
Well, you know, butter and calamari, you know?
They go well together, yes. It looks like Vandal's gonna go back and clear up Ice Palace. Definitely doable with what he's got. And hopefully that extra potion is going to help out.
And Khloe's striking down Argus with the silver arrow. Nice and clean.
Very quick kill there. And that is ready to go up to Ganon's tower.
So, we have a game that we can play.
A game, you say?
That's right. Now, there are 22 locations in Ganon's tower. And one of them is going to be the Ganon's Tower Big Key, which will let us finish this run. So, chat, if you have given 250 bits or subscribed to any of the speed gaming channels, you can guess. Well, you can guess regardless. But if you guess and get it right, you know, you get yourself on a leaderboard. It doesn't mean a whole lot. Except, you know, you get to tell other people that you're on the leaderboard.
There's some bragging rights there to be on the leaderboard.
For sure.
1 to 22, what is your guess?
I think I'll go with 12. Assuming Khloe heads to the right first, that'll be the firebar room. The single firebar room.
I'm gonna guess the 4 chests, one of the 4 chests on the left-hand side. So I would go with 7, if they go that direction first.
Alright. So chat, go ahead and get your guesses in, and once we enter Ganon's Tower, we'll be closing off the voting, or guessing, I guess.
Yeah. Vandal having troubles with that bomb jump again. Couple pixels, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised that one didn't work. That looked really close.
Yeah, and taking another hit as he falls, which is insult to injury there.
Oh, running off the edge that time. Very close. It is a tech that takes quite a bit of time to really master, so they could be just a newer runner at it. So with time, it'll come.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Entering Ganon's Tower.
So where is that big key gonna hide?
Ooh, so close on that bomb jump there. That was 1 pixel off.
All right, so we have 1, 2. Well, so much for the right side. At least for now.
Yeah, back on the left they go.
But Vandal finally deciding not to do the bomb jump.
There's the torch.
So that's 3.
Now it's gonna be within 7. We'll see. Four, 5, 6, 7. Oh, my guess is out of the window.
Alright, well, we'll just continue on and see if the fire bar room here has anything.
Yeah, Vandal gonna go back and finish off Cold's there. So that's 8. That's our bug net now.
Well, we got what's really important.
Definitely. The swag net goes really well with our swag duck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, opted to not do the bomb jump, but has the big key as well as Cane of Samaria, so that shouldn't be a problem to get back in there.
Yeah, and honestly, it's pretty close, but I think it might actually be a little faster.
Yeah, that's chest number 9, which is a red rupee. Yeah. If you're not well practiced on the bomb jump, that's definitely the way to go, is just to use Cane to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some like weird bits in the logic about if you have the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah. Oh, chest number 10.
10, so let's so it looks like All in On Mighty had the closest guess at 11. All in on Mighty is probably how you say that. Oh, and Vandal's in a dicey situation here.
Ooh. He's got that half magic at least, so...
Yeah.
The only problem with Cane of Burna is you have to time your slashes properly, otherwise you're not going to deal damage with the sword.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Vandal took care of it, so...
Sneaks it through. That's really good of him.
Yeah.
I think he had used his potion earlier on, too, whilst attempting the bomb jumps, so...
Yeah. Yeah, they only had the one potion, so...
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's another dungeon done, but the only thing left on the table for them to do is go and finish up Mire again, like go back in and get that fire rod.
Right.
That's the only thing stopping him from continuing on.
Right, but, you know, he might decide to go into Thieves Town.
That is true, they can do that. But there wouldn't be much to find. Like, the shovel could be there, the ice rod or mushroom.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, if the book is there, that's the worst situation.
Yeah, it's a whole nother fetch quest. It looks like that's what they're gonna go attempt to do.
Mm-hmm.
Khloe going through this gauntlet with these. Nice ice room there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ice rooms in Ganon's Tower are really just kind of annoying until you get them, like, really down.
Yeah. Ooh. Misses the quick kill on Landmolls.
Oh, but gets a second. And the third, no problem.
Easy peasy. Second rotation, not that bad. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So this went from 45 minutes, no crystals, to an hour later, we're up in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah,
that's pretty good work to get everything done.
Yeah, and, you know, we almost full cleared Turtle Rock, too.
Yeah, exactly. Getting to the end, the very last chest of Laser Eye Bridge is never fun.
Well, it looks
Vandal
like...
gonna...
Yeah, he hasn't been in
Skull Woods. But it doesn't have anything
no, the front
good
is
for
pretty
him.
barren.
At least the front end check isn't that too like terribly long, and he won't have to come back here later once he gets his rod. But at this point, I'm thinking he's forgotten about the second item inside of Meyer.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The Meyer, it can be the bane of a runner because it's kind of a tricky situation in there.
Yep, exactly. There's a lot of locations in Meyer, but not a lot of items to get, so...
Right. Yeah, I believe it's 8 chests or item locations and...
Only 2 items, so...
Yep.
Ooh, the book at the end of Ganon's Tower. That's interesting. So at least we know that's not in Thieves' Town for him to find if he were to ever go there. And we're heading off to Ega 2. We'll see where Vandal chooses to go next. It's really just the Meyer thing that puts him back a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's a unfortunate setup for Aga right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You see some people getting these easy triples with their little slick movements here.
Yeah.
But these ones are not too favorable.
Okay, this...
Looks like Vandal's going to do that Meyer check.
I believe that was a double, and that's very good for Vandal. That's what he needs.
Definitely.
And I think maybe a triple on Chloe's side.
I think that only counted as a double, though, because the 2 hit nearly the same time. So.
Yeah, it was hard to see. I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, someone pointing out in chat that Vandal's tracker showing an item in Meyer and Ice. He skipped over the last item in Ice, which was just Cape, so that's not too detrimental.
Yeah.
But this item here inside of Meyer is the Fire Rod, which he definitely needs to progress.
Okay.
There's Aga 2 down.
Yep. Yeah, Vandal might be feeling that he's been behind for a while and has been making some
riskier plays. Yeah,
for sure.
Khloe going into the Ganon fight. Pretty decent time for it too. All right.
And the hum quote.
All right, let's see if we can get that Fire Rod.
Yep,
there it is. Exactly what they needed. Quick save and quit here, and then off to either Skull Woods again or TR. Those are the options, really.
And Chloe's already on the 3rd phase of Ganon.
Ooh, very quick.
That's Butter Sword for you.
Oh, definitely.
Well, the Tempered Sword, you can also do it as fast, but the Butter Sword makes it like easier to do. So
yeah, exactly. It's also why I like the cape. You just keep hitting him.
Oh yeah, that eliminates that fire bat problem.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, and
getting a double. Ooh, very nice.
And the lamp glitch. So that'll be 3. And 4.
Very nice Ganon fight.
Down. Yes. Vandal heading right on over to Skullwoods, I imagine?
Yes. I'm gonna go finish up Skullwoods. There's one more item to find there, although not useful. The crystal for progression is very good to have. GG for Khloe.
Yes, GG.
And then there's me, the last hour and 48 minutes, hoping that it is Khloe and not like Khloe or something. It's just all I could go off of based off their name.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get them in here for a quick little interview. Vandal going right over to Mothula.
Yeah, with in this particular case, you'd probably want to hope that the items on Mothula and just pick up the other items if you need on the way back.
Yep, exactly. Gonna skip the chest on the bottom, which has the item in it, but it's nothing important, so. Oh, falling down a hole.
Yep.
Life lessons for sale for sure. A lot of money early on in this seed as well, I found.
Yeah, both runners were not hurting for any money at all. That King's Aura check was simple to do.
Exactly.
And it looks like Khloe will be joining us.
Hello, GG on your run.
Thank you very much. How are we doing?
Good. That was a very exciting match to partake in.
Oh yeah.
How did you enjoy that mirror location, by the way?
I'll be totally honest. When I started doing like purple chest and stuff, I immediately thought, "Yep, mirrors on Laser Bridge." It was the first thought that went through my head. As soon as I go to Laser Bridge, I'm gonna find it.
We were kind of joking early on about mirror location, and we were joking about it being on the end of Hello, TR. GG on your run.
Yeah, I apologize for that one.
How are we doing? I mean, you're forgiven because my last seed, the one I did in round one, was
oh yeah.
Flips were in TR and that locked
How did
bow.
you enjoy that mirror location, by the way?
I'll be totally honest. So, I mean, in like most of the, I've been watching a couple of matches and it just seems like TR is... thought, yeah, mirrors on Laser Bridge. It's great. It was the first thought that went through my head as soon as I go to Laser Bridge.
Yeah, Turtle Rock tends to have everything.
We're kind of joking early on about mirror location, and we were joking about it being on the end of a few of those items were not too
for that one.
pleasurable to find in certain locations. Having to go all the way to the end of TR is never a fun thing, especially for a pendant
Flips were
dungeon,
in TR and that locked bow.
Fire Rod in Mire as well.
Like most of the, I've been watching
not as bad, but
like
that also
TRs.
Giving you access to everything else. So
it's great.
Definitely good to have there.
Yeah, Turtle Rock tends to have.
How did you enjoy the Burna escape?
Burna's one that I've probably had the most practice with.
A few of those items were
terrible.
Not too.
Yeah, both of those are pretty bad.
To,
so I imagine a lot of
runners
want to
having to go all the way to the end
do
of
those.
TR is never a fun thing, especially for a pendant dungeon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fire Rod in Mire
I'm not sure
as
if
well.
The echo is me. I'm sorry.
Not as bad. Yeah, I think it's just that also game sound can get switched over every time else. So
yeah,
definitely good to have there. How did you enjoy the Burna escape?
Burna's one that I've probably had the
Burna
most
escape,
practice with.
managing that
bombs
magic meter well there. With yours barely
the
last spin
so
hitting that rat. That was a tight one there.
I grabbed the first pot for that reason because I could have gone back for the second one.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. You would have had enough with that second
Not
one
sure
as
if the
well.
echo was- Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
it's
was
just
I was
the
annoyed
game
that I
sound
didn't get
switched
bombed.
over in
So I'll be
time.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It always sucks not to get bombs during escape because you have to allocate some time to go back to finding that.
Yeah, there's
but
been a couple. There's been a couple matches I've
yeah,
watched that
Verna
like
escape
they didn't get
managing
bombs
that
and escape
magic
ended up
meter well
holding
there.
something silly like the
With
fire
yours
rod or
barely
something.
the last spin
Yeah,
hitting
exactly.
that rat. That was a
I also
a
tried
tight,
making some
tight
silly
one
plays
there.
at the start because like Kakariko was loaded on money and it gave gloves too. So I'm like, oh well, maybe Zora's a play,
Yeah.
but Zora was terrible.
Yeah, exactly. 20 rupees at Zora
Annoyed that I didn't
meant
get
that's a
bombed.
lot of
So I'll
money
be
down the
honest.
hole.
Yeah.
But Bottle Vendor was 100
It always
for
sucks
300,
not to,
so
that's
that's a good
bombs
trade during escape because you have to allocate some time to go back to
Oh, what
finding
else?
that.
I don't know. Yeah, there's been a
But-
couple. I liked Hammer. There's been a couple matches I've watched that like
Yeah,
they
that
would
was
get bombs and
that was interesting because
escape ended up holding
both
something
you
silly
and
like the fire rod or something.
Vandal
Yeah, exactly.
kind of.
I also tried
went
making
in
some
different
silly plays
ways
at the start because
altogether.
like
near the
Kakariko was
beginning
loaded on
and
money
got
and it gave
different
gloves too.
items,
So I'm like, oh
and
well,
both kind of
maybe Zora's a play,
later.
but Zora was terrible.
Vandal
Yeah,
got
exactly.
went over to Eastern and got the
20
boots.
rupees at Zora.
Yeah,
The
Mitch,
early
that's a
boots
lot
for
of money down the
Vandal,
hole.
he was zipping
Bottle
around doing
Vendor
all the
was
item
100
checks
for
that you had already
300,
done
so that's
by
a good
walking.
I saw that and I'm like, yep, he's got these before me. Oh, what else?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I liked
you had the
Hammer
hammer
up in Spectral
advantage,
Rock.
and
I like
that was interesting because it was kind of interesting just seeing the two. They basically came together at about the same time too, so you didn't lose a whole lot of time or anything due to not having boots.
Yeah.
Boots didn't unlock a ton. They're just for speed, really.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't really necessary for the seed completion. But having that late mirror means you're saving and quitting a lot more often, so boots to get back to those locations is definitely good. Vandal must have been feeling quite a bit behind during this race because he started making a lot of riskier plays to attempt to get a lead for himself, and he ended up skipping Fire Rod, in which hasn't really put him behind at all, but he had to go and double dip Meyer to get that back out.
Yeah, he didn't go right back in to get it. Kind of was hoping that it would be found somewhere else.
Yeah. Overall, quick Ganon's Tower as well, and little bad patterns were given for Aga, but it was a very clean Ganon fight on your end as well. Do you have any comments about the seed at all?
I believe he might be muted. Oh.
Oh. Muted themselves. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's Discord in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Maybe Windows had something to do with it. I don't trust either of them.
Potentially. Well, if they get unmuted for themselves, then we'll be good.
And Vandal is in Turtle Rock and is going to eventually pick up that
Butter Sword right around the corner here too.
Yeah, Butter Sword right now.
Alright, Butter Sword for Vandal. He's gonna go down. Unfortunately, it just has to be the last location possible.
Yeah. I mean, Laser Bridge has 4 chests on it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's the law of numbers just kind of likes to put things there.
Oh, exactly. But the items being there at the end, oh, that chain chomp right in the face.
Those chain chomps stink.
Yeah, no matter what armor you're wearing, they hurt quite a lot.
Yeah, they do like Ganon level damage, don't they? Something silly like that.
It's a little bit silly. I don't remember exactly how many hearts, but it is not fun for a crossover enemy.
No.
But we'll see them making their way down to Laser Eye pretty quick here. Ooh, Chain Chomp getting in the way there. I think that was 3 hearts.
Okay, yeah, so less than Ganon.
Yeah. Oh, sitting on 1. Into the door. That was very tight there.
Okay. Yeah, now comes the powder.
Yeah, out comes Powder. Powder definitely very nice for this little section here, because you can get a fairy back up. We'll see if Vandal does the same thing when passing by Mimic Cave, pausing to switch to Mirror. That doesn't exist yet. But definitely a good race to go from very little item progression into full go mode really quickly.
Yeah, this seems very unusual. Everything was spread out at the beginning. Usually in this version, there's generally a collection of good stuff early on, and then sparse stuff late.
Yeah. It was getting really close to looking like an Aga seed, but finding that glove early on, definitely very good for these runners. They don't have to do that extra dungeon.
Yeah, there's nothing quite so ridiculous as having to do Aga 1 and not have the power glove.
Yeah, exactly.
Because all of a sudden you try and walk around the Dark World and realize, oh, that doesn't work.
Vandal using the Fire Rod, making those Spinies a joke. Getting closer and closer to that mirror, which is all they need for go mode. Because they just have to finish Swamp now, which will be a full go mode dungeon, and then they can be back up here on the mountain.
Yep.
Alright. Dash, break the wall. Waiting for the roller to go by to save yourself getting hurt a little bit.
I always get thwarted a little bit in that room when I don't have the...
Alright, let's see how he tackles this dark room here. Knows the good route as well, so that's good. Oh. Interesting. I've not seen anyone do the left side before, but that seemed to work out just as good.
Yeah, that does it right there.
Very nice. No damage taken or anything, so...
Yeah, if you're not bothering to pick up the goodies on the right side, then...
yeah.
It's only probably a little bit longer. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. There's the key.
Okay, opting to take a safety exit there.
Yeah. I can respect that. It's a just in case. There's 3 things here. Don't want to die and have something bad happen there.
If you have nerves or something,
he's got Mirror Shield. I don't think he knows that if he just faces forward. There we go. There's Mirror.
There we go.
And out he goes. He is in go mode.
Giving a little what for to that chest.
Yeah. At least it wasn't on pedestal. That's all I can say about that one.
My worst fear was finding something like Book in Turtle Rock instead.
Oh, believe me, we talked about that.
We had a very large fetch quest. Didn't happen.
Without Book, I knew like pedestal wasn't a thing, because we didn't have Desert Palace access. That was my
Yep,
one
exactly.
saving grace.
Yeah.
The only things that would give pedestal access is you had to find Ice Rod and Book, in which TR could have housed both, but
Fortunately, it did not.
yeah, exactly.
And luckily, that book happened to, for Vandal's sake, to be in Ganon's tower. So
Yeah, exactly. So there is 0 chance of having a pedestal there.
yeah, we were a little bit concerned about someone going into Thieves Town or something, finding these fetch quest things. Just, you know, it could have been a nightmare.
Yeah, the runaround is never fun.
Did Vandal dive any deeper into Thieves Town?
No, just the first 4 chests.
Yeah, I did the same. The hook shot was just too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dove in
Second-
there very early and had the hook shot early on. So
Yeah.
when he went to Death Mountain, I think for the first time he had the hook shot.
Yeah, he did have hookshot when he went there the first time.
But then that in turn made him probably come back later than expected, so he didn't get that King of Samaria quite.
Yeah,
when he-
exactly. You had gone to Pod first, so he was up on Death Mountain whilst you were in Pod, and you got the Titan's Mitt, whilst he got the silver arrows up there.
I'm so glad that pod play was better than it felt. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I have bow, hammer, I can go do pod, but then I'm like, no, I can't do turtle dark room.
Yeah, dark. You did the other dark rooms really well, actually.
Yes.
Wanted to comment on that. You went through that with ease. That
Right,
fairy saved you too, so that was really good.
I've practiced the maze, but I haven't practiced the turtle dark room without the fire rod.
Yeah, the turtle dark room is a little unforgiving at times because
Yeah, and you
it
didn't
can
have
be
the fire
sporadic.
rod. Without the fire rod, it's pretty dicey because those turtles just move around randomly and get flipped and unflipped so easily.
Yeah, exactly. Never fun. So it's definitely smart play to have to dip out of there, but it made it easy when you came back because you had already done all the dark rooms. So you just went to the boss and you're done, and definitely really good. Vandal currently in go mode. He's heading off to the swamp boss here. Do you have any thoughts on the seed itself?
I mean, I didn't die that much. That's actually what caused me to lose the first round.
It's a plus.
It was a pretty safe seed overall. I found red mail really early.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had the fairy in the bottle, which helped out clearing out the.
Yeah, that was the only bottle we found. It was kind of weird.
Yeah. Very interesting to see a low bottle count. I'm sure the others are hidden away inside Ganon's tower. But you had red mail really early on due to doing 2 sequence breaks. One being in the hobo location, as well as one being in the dark room in Pod. So that gave you quite an advantage there in itself, just having the extra defense for taking extra hits and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was definitely glad for the armor. So I was really hoping that Zora was going to pay off. Because I went there right away. I was so excited.
Zora never pays off until it does.
Yeah, you had so much money early on that I think the seed was like, you know what? We're not gonna let you have that one.
Yeah. They gave you everything you needed to do a Zora check.
It seems only the poverty seeds pay out on Zora.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. That is crystal number 7 for Vandal.
Yep, so he will be heading right on up to Ganon's tower.
Now, if he does the same path, it will be a decently fast Ganon's tower as well.
I believe he'll have to do that same path unless he specifically goes back, because there was no small key on the right side, if I remember correctly.
Very true, yeah. So there would be no need to do right. I know some players go left to check the torch and then go right, but I feel there's just more chances on the left-hand side.
Yeah, if I have the boots, that without the boots, that torch might get checked.
Yeah,
that would be bad, and you have to be like, oh, okay.
those are the worst ones where it's like hookshot sitting on the torch, and you're like, oh, well then. Oh no, the dead rock.
Best enemy in the game.
So how do you like the new standard mode with the randomized weapon? Creating like diversity in the start.
It makes it interesting, to be honest. Though, I mean, I also did the 2v2 and always rolled Randomizer
Oh,
at the
okay.
start.
Oh, Randomizer is...
So if you like interesting, there's that too. But no,
Right.
I like the randomized weapon because it feels more like open.
Yeah,
Even though you have to do the standard sequence. But it gives
Understandable.
you that weapon still. I don't know. Personally, I like the bow weapon.
the
Bow
bow
start.
out of all.
Bow gives you a nice head start for Eastern Palace and Pod for sure, so...
Yeah, definitely. With bow, if you can do the dark room for Eastern, you can just full clear the dungeon, regardless of what it is. Like if it's an item on the boss, then might as well do it while you're there, kind of thing.
I never make that play though. I always say one of these days I'm gonna go do 3 Heart Eastern Palace, and I never do it.
I mean, it could pay off one day, but... Alright, we see Vandal heading up into Ganon's tower here. So with bow being your favorite, is that the one you were hoping for today for your first item?
To be entirely honest, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just running at the thing. I was actually trying to remember how to do the... What is it, where you're pressing up and right at the same time?
Oh, the pumping.
The pumping, yeah. I was trying to remember how to do that properly.
Overall, it doesn't save too
It's-
much. But
Someone told me it saves like 5 seconds if you do it properly over 30 minutes.
yeah, it's
Sounds
not
about
too
right.
terribly much. Right, once you have boots anyways, it's pretty much negated to need it anymore, so...
That's one of those things that you know, if you know about it, you might as well. But,
Yeah,
you can lose time to it too.
that's very true. If you do it wrong, you end up losing more time than you would have saved, so...
Right, yeah. I mean, just, I don't know, fooling around.
Well, it's, you know, you gotta practice to get it right, you know. So
Yeah,
hard to argue with
exactly.
it.
You had yourself a good time for this seed too, so having that extra time to do some pumping didn't really put you back at all, so...
That was the make or break thing.
Well, if it saved you 5 seconds over 30 minutes, it could have won you a match by 5 seconds. You never know. Alright, Vandal is going to be finding his big key really soon here.
Yeah, there was definitely not much left that we needed at this point.
Yeah. That mirror, definitely something to evade both of you for quite some time.
It's tough to route without having the mirror.
Yeah, saving and quitting all over never feels good.
But then again, you know, in this particular case, let's let you go through the swamp so much more quickly. So
Yeah, exactly. Your go mode swamp. You don't have to check anything. You just head right to the boss, and there's a big key. Right, he's gonna go head up and do his gauntlet and fight Aga. Mirror, not having mirror to do a ton of checks actually, because you didn't have to do like south of the grove there, behind the graves, and any of that kind of stuff. So there was no other checks with mirror that you had to like go out of your way and do, because you're already go mode just from having that item.
Yeah, there was a bunch of single checks that were just nice to not have to think about. It's like it can't be in Mimic Cave, can't be in.
Yeah, we saw you open your inventory right in front of Mimic Cave.
I actually was switching to the hookshot.
Yeah.
oh,
I remembered I didn't
it-
have the mirror, but
The way it looked is it looked like it was just out of muscle memory to just open inventory there to switch to mirror.
you know, I actually had that same thought. It's like, this looks like I'm switching to mirror, doesn't it?
Yeah.
well, we wouldn't blame you either way.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Of course you want.
So many people like you're running through there. You just wanna check it, right?
Mhm.
That was a nice way to do that room.
Yeah, take the fall to get invulnerability.
The previous room, you picked up the pot and stepped on it, and then immediately went back down. And avoided the Igors. You might have to try that.
Okay, yeah. Making quick work of his gauntlet thus far. This one right here is probably one of my least favorite rooms.
Yeah, you got Beamoses are just awful enemies, and
Yeah. Not being able to kill them makes for a very unfun time.
and you got these conveyors and ice and spikes.
Yeah. Oh, he's just going for the bombo strat this room. No ice physics for him.
Right. Yeah, probably wants to go and get that heal up in the next room. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Got his powder ready. About to go take on land moles. Although it does screw up the pattern for Landmola to get that fairy, but it is definitely worth it. So how do you feel after picking up a win in your second round here?
I mean, pretty good. It was entirely my strategy to lose my first round, so I would have...
An easier time in the second week.
No, I mean... I'm still relatively new. I've only been playing this for about 5 or 6 months.
That's pretty good. You know a lot of the good tech then for running it for such a short time.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, a lot of those plays you were making, you know, using the Cane of Burna like a pro, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Burna... I feel like Burna's one of the... I don't know if it's easy, but it's not the hardest one. I still have passive issues with Bomb Start.
Yeah, bombs and Burna, I think, are the de facto least favorites of most runners.
I don't mind bombs anymore myself.
I can take whatever, but some people don't like the Fire Rod too. It is, you know,
It's very taxing on the magic.
very much so.
You're almost, if you don't use it properly, you're guaranteed to have to pick up the magic refill.
Right.
Yeah, the magic refill's only 2 shots with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
that
if you
rat,
use that rat,
that
it's
rat can be annoying, yeah.
yeah. At least there's the checkpoint feature, which helps out greatly.
Yeah, that was a nice addition. I like that.
I was a little concerned about this mode until they added that.
Yeah, because I was mainly concerned on the amount of magic you would have, and the amount of bombs given without having the refills.
Like,
But with those put in, it pretty much takes that stress away. Like, yeah, you lose a little bit of time, but it's worth it in the end to just do it.
yeah, bombs is tight because you need to use 6 of them, 6 of the 10 to do it perfectly.
Yeah. But luckily with the bomb escape, it's the 2 blue guards are scripted to walk the exact same path every time. So you can take those out with relative ease with a little bit of practice. But that green guard has 4 different scripts. He'll walk up, down, left, or right. So it depends on where he goes. And then the rat is the rat. So depends on how quick you can locate him.
My strategy with the bomb start is really just hold the bomb in front of the enemy.
And letting go.
So how'd you like this Aga fight? Because those positions were awful.
Yeah, they were not pleasant locations.
Yeah, it's very hard to set up any good situations, but you did get was it
You got 2 doubles in there when you did it, yeah.
Yeah, a couple zeros.
Yeah. The pattern wasn't in your guys' favor this time around.
Definitely not.
And not knowing where your opponent is the whole time with getting a bad pattern probably like raises the stress level a little bit, like I gotta get this done. Ganon's right on the other side. I haven't been counting the hits, but there's the 6th one actually, so. One thing left between Vandal and the Triforce.
Vandal wants out of that room, it looks like.
Just wants to be done with that. Yeah.
Tapping on that door.
Definitely not favorable patterns, for sure.
It's alright, we're geared to the teeth for Ganon.
Oh, definitely. Although I don't know if he has his potions still or not.
I think he does.
Yeah.
He has the cape. So...
Yeah, he has cape, so if he uses it...
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have cape.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That was a nice palace. That was the one thing he missed.
Well,
But he does have Burna that he could potentially use. Well, he does have potions, so he's good. Just don't get hit by a bat. Oh, that was scary. That half a heart is very sketchy to be down to in Ganon.
Oh, and Ganon's in a really advantageous position. You might not know about it, but you can kind of just get into that upper right corner and just smash away at his face.
Exactly. Looks like we're getting on to the last phase here, though. Couple more hits, and he will be done. Now, did you have any high hopes coming into second round at all, or?
I mean, I was just gonna do my best and see what happened.
Yeah. I feel that's what a lot of players are doing. They're doing it for the fun of it, or to just show they can do it, even.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to spend a bunch of time researching my opponents. I just, you know, have fun with them. Whatever happens, happens.
Exactly.
Well, you know, this tournament really is all for fun when it comes down to it, so...
Exactly, yeah. Vandal taking down Ganon. Heading on in there. Looks like a 2409. Very good. GG Vandal.
GG.
As the game says, thank you for playing. Let's see if we can sneak Vandal in here. GG.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure about that one. Why are you guys still here? Oh, that was an experience.
Yeah. The first thing I asked was mirror location, so I'll do that again.
Yeah, that was definitely a mirror location. That was the and the real interesting part about that one for me at least was, I don't know if it was noticeable to you guys, but when I looked and realized I was out of magic after opening the first chest, I debated leaving Turtle Rock and going and
Oh,
checking
really?
yeah, because at that point I had the one chest in the one item in Ice Palace. I had blind.
Yeah.
You know, I had a couple other options, and I was like, do I really want to sit here, because I'm terrible at doing laser bridge without invincibility.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I also didn't realize I had the mirror shield at
We
that point either.
kind of noticed that because you were trying to avoid the laser.
Yeah,
but you did realize it though. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. Other than that, it was just kind of just unfortunate anti-logic, I guess I'll go ahead and say, for me. Like, basically, I went into this going, whenever my gut says, I'm going to do the exact opposite, because my gut has been giving me some really bad seeds lately, or runs lately. Yeah. Like, this is actually probably the best run I've had in about a week.
I mean, overall, it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, this seed had stuff like all over the place, really, which is unusual for.
Yeah, that's V29 in a nutshell. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my game audio down. Hold on. Actually, probably could just mute it.
Yeah. The what was going through your mind when you were doing like the mire area there?
Like originally? Or
yeah, because you went in and got the one item, and then what we assume is you're just hoping the item's on the boss, or you're hoping it wasn't important.
Yeah, it was pretty much, I was hoping it was on Vitreous, and then after that point, I think I just kind of went, I had other places I could go, so, or, like, to go back and mop up, I think it was Cold Star at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, I hopefully it's on Vitreous. And then once I saw Vitreous only had a small key, I was like, well, hopefully that's not important. And unfortunately, it was the Fire Rod.
Well, it's
definitely
very unusual. Very unusual for Mire to have two big items like it did. So,
yeah.
More often than not, that play that you made probably would have been fine. But in this one, it was...
Yeah.
Yeah, Mire had flippers and Fire Rod, and then the lamp was in the shed outside.
The shed next door.
Yeah. I know the one thing I'm happy about for this seed, at least, is Eastern Palace didn't troll the ever-loving life out of me. Because my round one match, the bow with Palace of Darkness being a crystal, was in the chest with the boulders, or the room, the room with the boulders, and
right at the start there, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that chest was there.
Oh no.
That is unfortunate.
And I then also double marked when I was tracking. I double marked, so I thought I only had one item left in Eastern Palace. So I just naturally assumed every time I looked back at my tracker that, hey, that item has to be on Armos, so it can't be the bow, right?
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I full clear the rest of the seed and then finally go, I must have missed something, go to EP, look over, oh, hey, that's an unopened chest graphic. That was...
Yep.
Yeah, that was good times. And then the next race I ran after that, there was two progression items in Eastern Palace, and the two items were front loaded. So I was like, no way EP has two items in it. We'll have to go do something else.
Having boots early on was a difference between the two of you this match, because you had boots, whereas he had the level 2 glove.
Ah.
So you got to run around and do things fast, because during that time, he went and got other things in the meantime.
Mm.
So you just got to do those locations a little faster.
Yeah, and you had the hook shot early too, which led to some interesting situations where you got cleared more of Death Mountain at first, and it's kind of a back and forth for a lot of the time there.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just kind of unfortunate, decision making that didn't pay off, especially with the Meyer area.
Right. I think it was unfortunate because you found the boots unfortunately didn't lock anything. It just made you faster.
Mm-hmm.
And Light Side Death Mountain didn't have anything either because the stuff was on Dark Side Death Mountain.
Yeah. So checking Light Side Death Mountain to have to go back at a later date due to not having Titan's Mint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Paradox Cave had silvers, but that was roughly it.
Yeah, it had silvers and powder.
Yeah,
powder led to nothing. So
Powder at the 50 rupees. Yeah, good safeties though. But
yeah.
Overall, definitely a good match. A lot of good things shown. Do you have any final thoughts on the seed at all?
Not really. Like I said, it was just unfortunate that I left an item behind in Meyer thinking it couldn't be anything important and kind of chased my own tail for a bit.
Right.
But otherwise, I am kind of surprised to hear it was close when the final difference in time was, let's see here, 146 versus 224.
It was close for the first half, but just the double dips into certain dungeons added up quite a bit of time at the end there.
Yeah. Khloe started clearing dungeons at a pretty respectable rate, around 45-minute mark, but
I don't think I really started getting started clearing crystals until like about the hour 5, hour 10 mark.
Yeah, it went from having nothing done at 45 to go mode at 130. Which it was just one after the other. Things just started falling in place. So, but your collection rates are actually one off.
Yeah, I was about to mention that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of double dips, and then I don't know. I guess I do actually have one other thing to add.
Yep.
I'm sorry for any physical pain I may have caused people while I was attempting to do the Ice Palace bomb jump multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's understandable. Like it's not the easiest thing in the world, so it just takes some time.
The thing was, I managed to pull that off consistently when there was nobody watching or like during the community nightly. The second I'm like, oh hey, I'm getting restreamed, suddenly I'm like, how does sword work?
When there's 400 to 500 people watching, what do?
I mean, it's hard to tap the controller and move like a pixel or two when you're a little, on the nervous side or whatever. So
yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was just me being nervous, like, oh hey, I'm being watched by several hundred people. Like for some reason I kept hitting select to bring up like continue and save and quit when I wanted to flute.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did the same thing with the Ice Palace bomb jump. I went from 12 hearts down to 3, so.
Oh. Yeah, I had to burn a blue both times I tried to do the bomb jump. So that was fun times.
But you prevailed, so
Indeed.
Yeah, you took a death on Cold Stare 2 initially, and the second Cold Stare fight was like a nail biter if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. The first Cold Star fight was basically me going, well, I have low hearts. I could try and figure out where the items are, or I could see maybe if I could just clutch and go through Cold Stare. And of course, I immediately run smack dab into him.
Yep.
That's great.
Was unfortunate. Your second Cold Stare fight was actually really clutch there with the activation of Burna. And timing the slashes properly, because if you don't, you actually won't deal really any damage to Cold Stare. So you ended up getting through that with just enough magic too.
Yeah.
So it's smart thinking to use Burna in that situation.
Yeah, that was my strategy, because I knew going in that I wasn't going to be able to avoid him that much. So I just went, well, I'll just tank until things are beeping at me and activate Burna, and then all of a sudden I looked up and I had half heart left, and I'm like, I might want to hit that button.
Yep, exactly. All right. Any final thoughts at all, either of you? Any thoughts going into week 3 as well?
Just gotta practice my execution and logic a bit better, I think. But good game all around.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta do my execution, because I just did a bunch of terrible moves over the course of this seed.
Overall, it was well done by both of you, especially under pressure on stream and everything else. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I would like to point out to everyone in chat, you should be following these runners. We got the links over there in chat. Twitch.tv Khloe Prower and Twitch.tv Wessidevandal.
Indeed.
Yeah, and feel free to follow them. Follow our tracker, who did an excellent job, even with the tracker crashing partway through.
Oh God.
But everything ended up working out in the end, and we're up there on the links too. And feel free to follow Speed Gaming and ALTTPR randomizers for more randomizer.
Yep, there are
for
6.
the next long while.
Right, there are Speed Gaming's 1 through 6. So, if you're hurting for speed racing or anything like that, we got you covered. And link to the ALTTP randomizer 1 through 4.
Yeah, there's 256 matches a week, and we're trying to do as many as we possibly can. And everyone seems to enjoy it, so feel free to hit those follow buttons, and there'll be a lot more. As for anything going on right now, there's a match just finishing over on Speed Gaming 4, and then another one starting on Speed Gaming 1 at about 1:30 EDT. So those are things that you can look into.
And I believe there is a match starting at 8 tomorrow EDT.
Yes.
So plenty of randomizer to go around.
Definitely. We thank everyone for tuning in and watching this awesome race. And thank you to both runners.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep. Thank you all, and GG.